do it. Okay, let's go.
Finally made it through the process.
Handshake?
Yeah.
This is the best day of my life.
And that, folks, is a
To get my flowers today, folks, because there are some rumors that my favorite Pokemon is actually getting an upgrade, perhaps even an evolution, maybe a variant form. We're going to talk about that when we go into our news bulletin, but we're going to get into that, guys. So pumped to have you here. We are going to have a blast today, so let's get into it today. Let's go right to the news. All right, you see here now, we got some Arcanine. All right, Arcanine, some would say. All right, my favorite Pokemon reminds me of my little puppies. All right, this Pokemon is fantastic. It's actually called a legendary Pokemon in its description, and according to some leaks, right, the new Pokemon Generation 10, some leaks came out. Pokemon Winds and Waves. Now I cannot confirm. Now these are not definitely happening, but they're just leaks. Some people who are on the inside maybe have a little bit more technological understanding, can break down things, have allegedly said this might be happening. Hey, oh, wonderful. Okay, we got some Ninetales. Omega Ninetales would be the best. Love that. Linda L. What's up, guys? So happy. Again, the roll call question, what Mega Evolution Pokemon would you like to see that is not there yet? Because we're talking about it today. According to, and we'll get into the X post and everything that kind of originated this. My own personal rant, screen rant here, they're all clickbaity usually, so you have to go to the source. A lot of websites such as Screen Rant, they're huge clickbaits, all right? But we're gonna do our due diligence here, use critical thinking, and break this down. 30 years since Arcanine has gotten any love, and I'm here to tell you there's a potential. So this tropical open world, basically, it's got the winds, it's got the waves, there's islands, there's air. It's kind of like, gives me the vibes of maybe even like a Oceania theme, right? Mixed in with, like, if you guys ever played Tears of the Kingdom, right? Or the Skyward Sword, I think it is, or I can't remember what the one before that. They have like the whole different level above the terrain, above in the sky and so forth. Maybe that could be happening. That'd be a wild mechanic. But anyway, let's get to the leaks here. We've seen the starters. We even ran them in our tournament of our top starters. Okay, so according to Kerwa, and we're going to break that down in X, there is a potential, and we see other Pokemon here gaining new forms. Now, it is not a guarantee that it's a Mega Evolution. Perhaps it is. Cloyster Mega Evolution would be sick. A Mega Cloyster, says St. Walker. Fantastic. Would love to hear that. And so, yeah, the Mega Evolution here would be really interesting, but I don't know if it's guaranteed, right? There's also, if you've seen, we know about Hisuian, so Legends Arceus, that came out with a different Arcanine, right? That was a rock type. That was pretty cool and everything. But we're talking here a little bit more about a weather form. So if you see on the post here, weather forms, I'm not sure what that means. It gets me curious. It gets me really interested to know. All right, what does that mean? So we have like a reference, like cast form. So Gen 3, question mark, Gen 4 maybe, that kind of changes. It's kind of like the weather Pokemon, but I think it goes a little bit deeper than that. So this could be like, depending on the terrain that they're in, as it mentions here in the article, they can kind of change and adapt. So it might be like a form that we've seen before, a different mechanic like that. I don't know, but there is a potential. There is a potential that there could be a third evolution. Now that's what it's teasing here, right? But if we go back to the X post here, so Central Leaks broke this. This was, I think, yesterday, pretty early. All right, there's other Pokemon that will, there's other updates and other Pokemon that will be involved with this, okay? So we see here, yeah, like Cast from He-Dog's got it exactly right. Oh, and okay, St. Walker says it's based off of Indonesia and bits of Australia. Get out of here. The leaks I have seen from maps look like they're very similar to that region. Oh, sick. Let's go. Okay, so some of the Pokemon that we're thinking through, let's see, where are we going? I saw it here. Some of the Pokemon that might be involved, that might be getting their, whether they're a weather form or an evolution, we'll see. Obviously, we have Arcanine here. Let me scroll up here. Arcanine, Lucario, Kecleon. Could you imagine a Kecleon? Pikachu, of course. And then 7 new Gen 10 Pokemon. Things can change. It's not guaranteed. Obviously, Mega Turtwig. Yo, SB single bats in the house wants the Mega Turtwig, Mega Torterra perhaps. That's hilarious. Wonderful. Yeah, so it can all change, but these have been leaked. These may be data mined. I don't know how they do it. All the techies out there can tell me, but there is this new mechanic coming in here, and I want to give credit to credit's due. So Kawashi Bamaste, that is the newsbreaker from this one, as informed by our central leaks. So the other thing is there's Lieutenant Surge's son will be in the game, so that's another thing. So if you've ever played the first games, Yellow, Blue, Red, Lieutenant Surge the third gym leader, Vermilion City. Is that right? You can check me on that. Vermilion, is that right? Wow. Hey, El Bartman, what's up, my dude? So he's got a son. He's going to be involved with it, and that's cool to the storyline. We got a new Salandit. I know everybody was really, really dying for a Salandit regional evolution. Now here's the thing, this could be the spicy take. Salandit evolves into Salazzle. Alright, I use the word spicy intentionally, right? But that's only the female version. Could there be a male version, alright, Team Testosterone, Salandit evolving into a male Poison Dragon? We'll see. I guess it's to be seen. There was actually a thought this could be interesting. Correct, okay, I got the thumbs up from our resident scholar. All things Pokemon, thank you, St. Walker. But now here's the thing that's really interesting. I've always thought about this. I'd love to get your take. So let me know in the chat or in the comments below if you're watching afterwards. Voice acting, okay? Could you imagine an entire Pokemon game without just the sound of the click, click, when you're just spamming A to get through it? Okay, I'm listening, I'm reading, I can read it faster than it scrolls, right? Could you imagine an actual voice that you get to hear, like different characters talking to you? I would love that. That's a big budget move, but they got the money. I think it was what, over 60 billion, or over 100 some billion last year. So Salazzle Dazzle, my guy, yo, that is, you are a wordsmith. Yes, I would love that. Salazzle Dazzle is the unofficial name, allegedly. You heard it here first, guys. Pokemon or Professor DePoke office hours. It is Salazzle Dazzle, the new dragon form, male only, according to Winds and Waves. Thank you, He-Dog. You got it. Wonderful. Yeah, so I would love to see maybe if there was any conversation instead of just hearing the plink, plink as you're spamming A. Who knows? There's some DLC already involved here, guys. Pretty typical stuff. It's called Zeus, codename Zeus. We don't know what that is, but I am excited for the game. I'm going to have to figure out a way to get myself a Switch 2 because it's only available in 2027 for the Nintendo Switch 2. So that's it for that is it for our news bulletin for today. I'm still looking in the chat. We had some fun, fantastic recommendations for Megas, but I am just psyched the Arcanine might get an additional evolution. Even if it is just a variant, I still think he deserves it because there are, what did we talk about last week? Banetta has a Mega evolution. There is a Chimicho has an evolution at the Mega level. What in the world? We're missing out. Even Starmie, I get that, whatever. Mega Snorlax. Could you imagine a Mega Snorlax, He-Dog? That's a great point. I would love that. Hilarious. I wonder what he would be. Would he be like bigger? Or would he be like Larry from SpongeBob? Larry the Lobster. Be jacked up. I don't know. That is a question that I hope will be answered one day soon enough. But let's get into it, guys. Again, I've cooked up some of the most fun I think you're going to find this side of the internet. So Poke Universe, I hope you're ready for a blast. All right. I have spent hours, infinite hours. Oh, speaking of infinite fusion, I have a blend of Snorlax and Machamp. It's a rip Snorlax. Hilarious. Yo, I would love to see that. You should send that my way and I'll post it to the community. But I've spent, multiple hours today tuning up a wonderful little Google or a Gemini AI platform here. So we're actually going to do a little competition. You see on the left here, we got the fictional icon Pokemon tournament. All right. So you guys have already done the hard work, like I said last week, to pick out all 6 Pokemon for each of our fictional characters. That pretty fantastic. We had a great time. So if you didn't see that, make sure you click on that video last time. We'll put a link up here. We had a blast. Okay. So we're getting to the very best. But here's the thing. This is how this is going to work. I'm going to read this off. AI is going to be my co-pilot today, my co-host. All right. It says, "What is up, PdP Community?" All right, welcome back to the channel. And welcome to tonight's absolute blockbuster event. Last week we sat down together, drafted some of the most iconic and chaotic, legendary, flat-out hilarious Pokemon teams for a roster of 8 fictional icons. Tonight, these teams are hitting the battlefield in a brutal single elimination 1v1 bracket tournament. Here's how this is going to work. All right, here's the rules, folks. So key in because you're going to need to know. And I'm cheering for you. I'll be on the sideline. I'll be doing my thing. I'm going to release the hounds. You guys got this. I believe that the PdP chat has what it takes to take on AI. You're going to beat Terminator tonight, folks. Here's how this is going to work for every single match. We are going to use bring 3, pick 1 hidden lineup format. So you're going to choose 3, all right, and we'll do 1 at a time, send it out, and so forth, all right? And what you're going to do, and the power is entirely in your hands. As a chat, you're going to vote on which trainer you want to control for each matchup. Once you pick your trainer, you will vote on your secret team members and call the moves every single turn in the chat. As for your opposing trainer, I've got that covered. It says AI. Co-host AI locked into the battle station. We'll be piloting the other sideline full of competitive movesets, okay? So we got a whole hour and a half ready for you guys to crown the grand champion. Spider-Man, Mario, Michael Scott, Wolverine, Wednesday Addams, Jake Sully, Barbie, and of course, SpongeBob SquarePants. All vying for the ultimate crown. It is up to you. So chat, stretch those fingers. Ooh, that was good. Ooh, that's dramatic. And get ready to type because Block A match 1 is about to kick off. Let's get those predictions rolling in the chat right now. Who is taking home the trophy tonight? All right, let's throw down. He's calling you guys out. He is calling you guys out. So here's the mechanic. All right, we're going to set up for our first little battle here. So you'll see that in fact our first battle is going to be none other than Mario versus Spider-Man. So chat, what you're going to do, you do for me. You choose which of our trainer are we going to pilot? Who are we going to choose in this epic battle between Mario and Spider-Man? Who do we got? Now, if you don't remember, I got you. I know you're probably thinking, man, who did we choose back in the day, all that 4,000 years ago last week? Who do we choose? Well, I got you. They're right here. Beautiful Peter Parker, Tom Holland. The movie comes out in T-minus, I don't know, 2.5 weeks. The brand new day Spider-Man movie. All right, we had Rhydon, Apom, Galvantula, Palo Sand, and a Mega Greninja, and Marshadow. Okay, that was his party. That was his crew. All right, so if you remember that, so you can choose to control Spider-Man if we're going to win this, or you can choose none other than, we're going down to Mario. Okay, we have Fungus. Whoops, let me scroll down a little bit. Fungus, we have Turtonator, we have Blastoise, Sentrat, Scovillain, excuse me, and Minior. Okay, these were our choices from last week. So those are the 2, all right? Those are the 2 that we're thinking. We will choose 3 and we'll run them, okay? So Chad doesn't know. Even though I'm talking out loud, he's not listening as much as the skeptics and the boogeymanners out there are thinking, okay? So Chad, let me know in the comments, are we going Spider-Man or are we going Mario? You decide. Tonight is about you proving to the future, to the world, to Terminator that you, in fact, are the very best, all right? So what do we think, chat? What do we got? Is it going to be Mario or is it going to be Spider-Man that we are controlling against Gemini? What do we think? Let me know. And we'll kick off here pretty soon. So whatever you think, folks, whatever you think is going to be the best. Who has the best? So we have Mario and we, of course, have Spider-Man, okay? Who is going to win this? What's the vote? What is the vote, my friends? Who's got it? You could use a chat poll. I know I could, El Bartman. I know I could. It would take a little bit, but I'm pretty sure Spider-Man, pretty stacked team. You think so? Right on. Yeah, but also, yeah, Mario's got the Sentrat. Yeah, I got you, El Bartman. I hear that. I will run that mechanic as need be if I can't count. I think right now we're pretty good. We're warming up a little bit. So Spider-Man, we got 2 for Spider-Man. Who else? What else we got? All right, I'll run it. You know what, El Bartman? You know, you're just a big brain, sir. I'll do it. Let's do a poll. All right. All right, who we running? Round 1, okay. It is either going to be the Spider-Man. I almost put Sipterman. Spider-Man. Or we're going Mario. What say you, folks? You got a good old 30 seconds to run it. You let me know. It's either Spider-Man or Mario. Mario's got a cute little Pikachu out there. That's pretty fantastic. Love it. Oh, we got voting happening here, folks. El Bartman, the man, the myth. All right, give it 10 more seconds, and we will land this plane. Who is it going to be? Who do you think can actually win it? Now, here's the thing. I made sure I tuned it up. I did my little vibe coding with chat here, and I made sure to make it difficult. All right, make sure no easy low hanging fruit here. All right, so we're going to finish this poll in about 10 seconds here, and we'll go from there and pull in 3, 2, 1. Survey says. Who's got it? It is after all, it is Spider-Man. Spider-Man wins it. All right, Spider-Man's got it well done. Fantastic. So we're going with Spider-Man. So, folks, so we're choosing Spider-Man. So I'll type in here into chat, Spider-Man is our choice. All right, let's see. I spent forever doing this, so if this doesn't work, I'm going to be super upset, but we're going to go for it. Block A, match A, Spider-Man versus Mario. Chat has spoken. You are swinging on the battlefield with the web slinger himself. Okay, I can read all this, but we're going to try to get to sleep tonight. So I'm going to get chat. The power's in your hands for the opening move of the tournament. Out of your hidden 3, who is your lead Pokemon? All right, so we're going back up. You know the drill. Of these 6, what are our 3? What are our 3 Pokemon that we're going to be using? Okay, so think we got to get a strat here. Are we going to three strongest, 3 fastest? Are we thinking through like type moves and so forth? What do we got here? All right, we're talking about a big investment here, folks. All right, you're going to kill it. I'm pumped. So we got Rhydon, Apom, Galvantula, Palossand, Mega Greninja, obviously, and Marshadow. So who do we got? I can only run 4 on a poll, so I'm going to let you decide by just spamming the chat with whomever you'd like. Okay, so choose 3. Let me know, and we'll go from there. Okay, folks, you know the drill. We're having a blast tonight. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for hanging out. Who do we got? Spider-Man is our choice. We're taking on chat. What are the 3? Are we going with Rhydon? We're going with Marshadow? A little bit of Palace. I know all of you out there are realistically wanting to take Apom. I think that's obviously a clear move here. So what do we think? What do we think? There may be just a slight little lag in the chat here. Apologies if that's the case. So who do we got? What do you think, folks? What do you think? We'll shake off the cobwebs here and we'll start absolute vibing. All right, let's lock in. What do we got? Okay, I'm getting some feedback here. Thinking a little bit of Mega Greninja. Is that the case? Is that what we're thinking, folks? I'm thinking Galvantula, Rhydon, and Mega Greninja. Oh, interesting. I think that's a pretty good move. Anybody else think so too? Yeah, it looks like chat's slow a little bit, so that might be, I don't know if that's my internet or something like that. So just hang in there. I'm with you. Left side, yeah, okay, that's right. Good. All right. Hey, listen, I'm about it. Galvantula, Rhydon, and Mega Greninja. Interesting. I think we're going with it. That's the first one I saw, so we're rolling. Okay. So Mega Marshadow and Galvantula is another choice. That's input. So I see definitely Mega Greninja. The toss-up is between the other 2, though. Okay. I'll wait for one more to see what we do, because what I'll do is I'll populate it onto our screen over here. We'll go one at a time. We'll decide here, all right? So we'll give it a sec. Chat is standing by, so you got all the time in the world. But again, we're trying to have a good night's sleep tonight. It's important. All right, fantastic. I'll wait for the last one here, and we're going to get into what I do know for sure is that we're taking Mega Greninja. Now, do we put him first? Are we going out strong? I think we should probably hold him. He's like our ace here. So why don't we start with, I like the speed here, so why don't we start with Galvantula, all right? So let's go with Galvantula. We're going to go all the way down here. Get into this battle. All right, so we are Spider-Man after all. So we got Galvantula on the board. Fantastic. Let's spin it around here. We can see it live and in charge. Wonderful. All right, cool. So that's our first move. Now, here's the thing. I got to announce that. Galvantula. That's who we're starting with. What does chat have to respond with here, folks? What does he say? What is he saying? All right, Spider-Man tosses out his first Pokeball, and it's a lightning-fast, web-slinging arachnid himself. Galvantula is on the field for chat. Okay, we have a little... Mario is ready to counter with fire. He throws out the explosive spike-shelled fortress called Turtonator. Guys, he's going with the absolute type matchup here. That's a little rough, I'm not going to lie. Okay, that's fine. We got a little bit of a dilemma here because we're definitely at a type disadvantage. That's fine. That's okay. But we're still 100% each. We're much faster than him. So here's the deal. Turn 1, what are we going to use? Galvantula's move pool. So we have Volt Switch, Thunder Wave, Bug Buzz, Sticky Web. We got plenty of attacks. Even if you guys think of more, we can run with those, okay? We'll run with those and we'll get through. See if we can take them down, okay? So each will go bing, bang, boom, back and forth here. And we'll get into it now, folks. All right, so what are we starting with? Are we going with Volt Switch? Are we doing a little bit of Bug Buzz? Keep in mind here, I wonder the best attack here. What do you guys think, chat? What are we rolling with? What are our attacks? I hope you can see that. I can zoom it in just a wee bit here. Let's do this. I'll zoom in just a hair, just to make sure you guys can see. So we can choose. There we go. Excellent, excellent. Zoom it in there. That's it. Okay, cool. So we can choose these or even more other ones. As long as it's a legal move, as long as it's legit. Volt switch, swap with Rhydon. Bingo. All right, we're going volt switch. All right, volt switch to switch with Rhydon. Boom. Love the strat. We're getting out of there. Abandoned ship. Type disadvantage is not working. Okay, so volt switch. Land some damage because we're faster. Chad is executing a beautiful high-level competitive strategy right out of the gate, knowing a massive fire type is coming. Eventually uses blistering speed to strike first. Okay, your Pokeball opens and Rhydon crashes onto the battlefield. All right, so we're getting out. No, thank you. We are going back to the basics here. Where is Rhydon? Boom, right there. Okay, good call. I like it. Good call. Fantastic. All right, so now we got, here's the thing. What had happened was, as you can see on the screen here, so Turtonator is down to 8%, here is 92. All right, and we are currently at 88 because why, you might be asking? Because Flamethrower hit, even though it's not super effective, it still did some damage because it is a type that he uses. He is a fire type, so it hits pretty hard. Okay, all right, so we've done it. Here's the next move. We get to choose either Earthquake, Rock Blast, BRB, putting my son to bed. Hey, no worries, man. No problem, no problem. Good luck, team. Hey, appreciate you. Good night, Little Walker, Texas Ranger. Have a good dream. Okay, so Rhydon, we have 4 different choices here, folks. I think we have a little bit of an advantage now. Our type advantage is working. So what do we think? Are we going Earthquake, Rock Blast, Stealth Rock? We could even use like Swift, a little bit of Protect. What do we think here? I think you guys have it in you. What do we have? What are we choosing here? I think maybe a little bit of a... I think Earthquake might be a good move, but that's just me, folks. What do we think? In the chat, let me know, what are we running for our battle here between Spider-Man and Mario? Rock Blast. L. Bartman says Rock Blast, and I think that is not a bad move. Now, I wonder who's faster. Do you think Rhydon or Turtonator is faster? Rock Blast. We'll go Rock Blast, see what happens. Rocket. Team Rocket. Oh, let's do it. All right, Rock Blast. Let's go. What happens here? Bingo, bango. Survey says, what's the deal here, chat? Are you getting a little nervous, Mario? All right, chat is going for the Rocky Artillery. Rhydon prepares to hurl a barrage of boulders across the field, but Mario anticipates the danger and strikes first. Oof. With a Dragon Pulse. All right. Oh, no kidding. All right. Now Rhydon retaliates with a devastating Rock Blast. Okay, so we get his health down to the orange zone, so about halfway, maybe a little bit more. We hit 4 times with Rock Blast, super effective. 4 massive boulders crash directly into Turtonator Spike's shell, shattering his defenses and absolutely chunking his health down to the red danger. Okay, so 18%. So Turtonator is almost out of there. Rhydon, we're at 45, so it still hits. But I think we got this. Holy smokes, PdP Community. Both of these heavyweights are absolutely battered. Turtonator is hanging on by a thread, and Rhydon is sitting at just under half health. So what do we think? Mario, so the Turtonator is faster. So what do we think? What are we going to finish this thing off with? We have some choices here. Again, you can even come up with more. All right, it doesn't have to be any of the ones that you see here. We can try to get, man, I wonder. If we choose a move that Rhydon doesn't actually know, it'll let us know. All right. So what do we think? Let's be creative here. We've used Rock Blast. We can run it again. I don't hate it. I don't hate to run that move again if it worked, right? The question is, I wonder. I think an Earthquake is well, yeah. What do we think? We got Rock Throw. We got Rock Slide. Now here's the thing. Rock Slide's a big move, but it might miss. It's got low accuracy, maybe 75 out of 100. So what do we think? Just go back with the Rock Blast again, folks. Let's see. Chat, what do we got? What's the move, folks? Rhydon versus Turtonator. Almost out of here. Moving on. Switch might be a play here. Switch? You think so? Interesting. A little switch up. Bring back your Blistery Fast. Galvantula to outspeed and finish the job. But remember, it will have to take any hit that Mario launches. Yeah, but if you switch out, that's true. If you switch out, then whoever is there is going to get hit by it. So it could be a Dragon Pulse. Could be something fire related. We don't know. It's going to go first. That's the reality. And I think Turtonator can use Earthquake too, which is interesting. So what's our thoughts, folks? L. Bartman, He Dog, a little bit of Saint Walker, Linda L. What are we thinking here? I see a switch. A switch might be the play. So if we switch out He Dog, if that's a move, who are we putting in? We putting in Mega Greninja? He's still going to take a hit, whoever it is. I don't know. You tell me. That is the question here tonight, folks. A lot of contemplation. A lot of thoughts. You guys are going to win this. I feel it. I do Earthquake. L. Bartman says Earthquake. It's not a bad idea. It's going to take a hit. What is he going to take? That's the question. I think we're moving on here. We're going to do Earthquake. See if we can bring him down. Ready. And trigger. What do we have here? What's the move? Thinking Earthquake too. St. Walker is large and in charge. Back at it. Hope kiddo is sleeping. Chad is holding on the line. No backing down. No switching. Pure raw power. Is this the right? But the switch might be work with the water moves. Yeah, that's true. All right. Rhydon is knocked out. Mario is playing for keeps. Oh, what? Oh, no. Oh, you guys were right. Some of you were right. All right. Rhydon raises massive pillars of feet, preparing to shatter the stadium floor with an earthquake. But Mario is playing for keeps. Unleashes one last desperate Dragon Pulse before the ground can shake. Oh, no. Oh, no. The blue beam rips across the field and slams into Rhydon, depleting the very last of his health bar. Oh, gosh. All right. That's okay. That's all right. We're all good. So we lost Rhydon. R.I.P. Rhydon. Maybe I should have listened to He Dog and to St. Walker at the end there. All right. We got a rapid fire here. Who's going out next? Are we going Galvantula? Are we doing the Mega Greninja? Obviously, we have a speed difference here. So speed difference will win this. Dang, yeah, I know. That's for sure. All right. So do we do... We have a speed advantage, no doubt. So do you want to just hit the Mega Greninja? Get him out of here? What do we think? I think that could be the move. All right. I'll wait for you guys. What's the cue here? Are we going with the Mega Greninja or Galvantula? Both have the speed. Both have the speed. We don't have... He doesn't know we have Mega Greninja yet. So that's the question. That's what we're dealing with here. So I don't know what you guys are thinking as far as a strat. But it could work. Galvantula first. Okay, we're doing it. Bring out the bug. Bring out the bug again. All right, so there's Galvantula. We got him out. Fantastic. Now, what's the move then? We're bringing in... Oh, it knows. How did it know? Galvantula? What? Okay, so what's the move here? What's the move? Volt Switch, Bug Buzz. We got plenty more. We can protect too, but we have speed. So it doesn't matter. He has got 18 left. The question is, what do we do to get him out of here? Bug type damage to completely vaporize remaining health bar. Volt Switch. Shoot, forget who Mario had. Yeah. I'll go up. I'll give you a second. Hold on. Mario, he's got the Fungus. He's got Blastoise. I got you. Blastoise. He's got Sentrat, Minior, Scovalin, and I think those are remaining. Okay, so back to the action here. Okay, so here's the crew. So I'm thinking, what's the attack here? Galvantula first for sure. All right, just finish him off with a little bit of bug. I'm back in full capacity now. He is here, Super Dad. What's the attack? What is Galvantula going to use to put out the fire of Turtonator tonight, folks? A little bit of retaliation effect here. What do we think? What is the move? I think it could be a Bug Buzz. I think it could be even... What else can he use? Yeah, Bug Buzz, you think so? Okay, we'll do it. There's definitely some others. Even like... even Electro Web. That slows him down. All right, Bug Buzz it is. Here we go. Boom. What's the move? How does it happen? We have to hit this. There's no way. All right. Chat wants to hear that sweet victory sound. All right, Bug Buzz. Boom. All right, so Turtonator is done. We got him. But Mario sends out a new Pokemon. What is that Pokemon? It is... What? Mario doesn't have a Decidueye? What are you talking about? Ain't no way. Mario doesn't have a Decidueye. Mario doesn't have... See, I asked it. Are you going to glitch on me? Here we go. We're going to tune this up. Don't worry. I got you. Stand by, folks. We're experiencing some technical difficulty. Redo, invalid timeline, reset. Scovillain. All right. Check that. All right. We got our little fiery flowers. All right. Scovillain is back. So it is Galvantula versus Scovillain. All right. So we're there. We have 100 to 100. All right. Full capacity. Here's the thing. I think we're ready for this. So we got a full... It's basically 2 to 2 remaining, okay? We still have the speed advantage here. Your electric moves deal normal damage, but bug moves hit its grass side with super effective damage. So, but Scovillain does have a fire type, all right? So it's a little bit of both. So we can do the bug buzz for super effective, and it's the same type attack. So that would hit. That would be the hardest hitting move. I don't think there's a better one. We could try to paralyze it. What are we thinking here? Back to the bug buzz? Are we back at it? So let's get rid of this. Turtonator is out of there, and we are, in fact, who are we facing? It is none other than our Scovillain right here. Boom. All right, excellent. We're back at it, folks. Mario's got the Scovillain. There's 2 remaining on each side. What are we hitting it with? Another bug buzz? Is that what we're doing here, folks? Thunder wave. We want to try to paralyze this thing. Little smart techie moves. Little thunder wave. Is that what we think? Do you think it's actually going to land right out of the gate to guarantee absolute speed control? So there's no way. Yeah, but we already have the speed advantage. L. Bartman says bug buzz. We have a thunder wave. Is there a tiebreaker out there in the big bad universe? What are we doing here? I like the offensive. I like L. Bartman here. Thunder wave. It is a big brain move. I'm not going to lie. It is a big brain move, but I think we're going to go with the bug buzz. Now, if it kicks me in the butt again, I will have to. Thunder wave is smart. Oh, it's all right. Thunder wave is smart. We're going to do it. I hear it 2-3 or 2-1 here. So we're going thunder wave. Boom. You ain't moving now, sir. Now the thing is, does he still pull off an attack? I think he has a bad special defense. Oh, okay. Yeah, you ain't wrong. Chad is playing the long game. Massive technical disruption. Incredible speed tier racing. Good. Thunder wave sparks Scovillain completely, leaving it paralyzed. The speed is instantly cut in half and physically locking up. But Scovillain fights right through with the paralysis. Angry Red Pepperhead roars. Oh man, we got a fire spin. This fiery vortex hits Galvantula dead on. Deals solid neutral damage to your spider, but worse yet, the flames trap. Okay, so we're trapped with our fire spin tonight. Okay, that's fine. So we are hit, but he's paralyzed, and we're trapped. So we have 78, and it's going to do a field effect, so it's going to chip damage little by little. Okay, so we're now at 72. We're at 72. Back to the board here. So we have Bug Buzz. We still have Sticky Web. We can do some others as well. What are we thinking? Well, who knows if AI knows that? I think, yeah, that's fair. It knows, dude, AI knows everything. AI knows all things, folks. You know for sure. All right, so what we'll do, I'm waiting back to hear from you, folks. Who wins this with the next move? All right, do you think we can finish this off? Do we think we can take out the Scovillain? Do you think if we hit Bug Buzz, it is the strongest attack? I don't know. There could be others. Any thoughts out there? Do we go right for the biscuits? Take out this red and green pepper. Spicy and sweet. I don't know, Bug Buzz, folks. Volt Switch? He said, get me out of there. Yeah, but here's the thing. If we do that, we put in Greninja, Mega Greninja, hit some water moves. There is some dark. Mega Greninja can hit with some dark, but there's no super effective here. I think, I don't know. I'll wait. We got Volt Switch, a recommendation from L. Bartman. What else we got here, folks? What's the word, bird? Bug Buzz could be it. And I think, because it is bug, what are some other, even like Leech Seed? Hit him with that buzz. All right, we're going to hit the Bug Buzz. He is spoken. Bug Buzz is going through. Double tapped from the chat. Bug Buzz, what's the hit? Let's see for a crit here. Can we hit with a crit? Chat is smelling blood in the water. Massive Bug Buzz. Let's zoom through. Oh no. But Mario Scovillain isn't done yet. Okay, so what happens here? Rips through, devastating its health bar, sending it into the deep red. So almost done. But the stat modifier, Scovillain attack sharply rose. Galvantula's defense sharply fell. Oh, it's that Spicy Oils move. It's got those special effects, folks. We ain't messing around. AI is ready. Spicy Oils completely distorts the stats on the field. Galvantula is now incredibly frail. But Scovillain is primed to hit like an absolute truck if it gets another turn. All right, so we're down 2 defense. All right, we're still at 66% with the fire spin that hits again for a 60. He's paralyzed. We have the speed, so it's just a matter of one more. Here's the thing. Can we? What's it at? 15. Do you think a Volt Switch could finish this off to bring in a fresh guy? That'll reset the stats too. Secure the knockout, immediately pivot to your final hidden Pokemon. Yeah, that might be it. Do we Volt Switch this, guys? What do we think? We can also use electric moves. Like, there's no doubt. Like, we can still hit with a Thunderbolt. We can do, like, even, you know, Thunder. We can even do Wild Charge, stuff like that. That does some damage to us and recoil. What do we think? My vote's Volt Switch. What do you guys have? What are you thinking? Because I think we have enough speed to finish him off. The Spicy Oil has definitely rubbed off, and so we're down 2 defense. He's up for an attack, and I don't think he's got the move. So I think it's a no-brainer here. A little bit of Volt Switch. Is that what you guys are thinking as well? A little Volt Switch action. Let me see it in the chat. What do we think? We finishing off this little Pepper? This little Pepper Johnson out here, folks? What do we think? I think so. It's going to be huge. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be the best attack. Al Bartman says it. So we are grip it and rip it, folks. It's going to be huge. Volt Switch, full send. Let's go. What's the move there, AI? Oh, yeah. Mario Scovillain is officially knocked out. And even though Galvantula was trapped in the nasty fire spin, the mechanical genius is pivoting. Fantastic. So, we still have Galvantula up. All right, so who's Mario sending out? Here's the thing. It's a Blastoise, folks. It is a Blastoise. We're sending in our none other than... So now, here's the thing. I wonder if it's going to run the mechanics of Mega Evolution like Pokemon Champions, or if it's going to run it like the original where you have to like take a turn, like a cool off. Mega Greninja. I don't think it's going to pick it up though, so we'll go right in. Mega Greninja is our decision. Here we go. What do we got for us, folks? You guys are killing it. It is we got 2-1. Now our Galvantula's a little tired. Unbelievable. Chad is pulling out the ultimate secret weapon to finish the job. Spider-Man hurls his Pokemon. Field erupts in a massive vortex of swirling water. Okay, it is water v water. All right, Mega Greninja is happening. This is it. Okay, so we have attacks. We have Dark Pulse. It is a dark type. We have Grass Knot. Oh, man. Gunk Shot, Poison type, and Water Shuriken. Guys, these are... Grass Knot is an absolute super effective damage. That might be, like, extremely effective. So what are we thinking? I think we lead with that. What do we think? We have the speed. It is a giant here. I got to switch these guys out. It is a giant turtle, after all. So we got Blastoise rocking in for none other than Mario. Fantastic. But we got our Mega Greninja. What is up? Fantastic. Good work, folks. We're on to the last one. His ace. Super Mario Sunshine's Blastoise. What do we think? Are we going with Dark Pulse? It is strong. Grass type coverage, though, is that Grass Knot. Yeah, Al Bartman. He's got it. Who thought you guys would be playing a real life kind of AI simulation tonight? Grass Knot also does damage based off weight too, I think. Oh shoot. So the heavier it is, the more damage. Oh snap. Alright, Grass Knot. It's going for it. Let's go. See what you got. Is this a one-hit wonder? Mega Greninja just speed and special attack. Physical attack? I think it's... okay. Chat is tapping into the elite VGC level coverage. They're pulling out the absolute secret weapon through Mario's. It is Grass Knot, but the Titan hangs on with just 12 HP. Okay, so here's the thing. Blastoise does carry with it a lot of defense, all right? Mario screams a command, and the battered Blastoise pulls itself up and aims its twin steel cannons. Unleash a massive twisting vortex of concentrated draconic energy. Dragon Pulse. Oh, snap. All right. Oh, okay. Well, we got this. It's still good. So we're just down to 58. That's a good move, but he's down to 12. So, folks, unless we think it's a slog fest and we do Gunk Shot, that's true. The techie here. That's smart. This could be the definitive moment for match 1. It says, one final strike secures your spot in the round of 4, but into the round of 4, I should say. But Mario is backed into a corner and will be going down swinging with everything he has. What is Spider-Man? What's the closing move? Is it going to happen? Grass Knot, Dark Pulse, Water Shuriken. The ultimate flex unleashes priority ninja stars to end the match before Blastoise can even blink. What's the move? How are we finishing this, guys? We're doing a little Grass Knot. All of these, I think it's, unless we're trying to do something silly and extend it, which I don't think. Are we doing, let's go, what do you think? A little Dark Pulse, folks? Let's do the Shuriken. Do we want to save the Shuriken for our next battle? I don't know. We'll see. We'll see here. Okay, let's see. Lock in your votes, folks. Let me know. You're telling the story tonight. The never-ending, the wonderful story. called Pokemon. In the fictional world, what are we hitting with? Are we going? We could do a little gunk shot, but again, that's a little risque. Dark Pulse says it can cause a flinch as well. Yeah, I guess it is true, depending on, I think, the effectiveness of it. Okay, so Dark Pulse for the, is it a win? Is he going to use Protect? Chat is calling for Dark Arts. Dark Pulse hits 0. That's a GG, folks. Holy smokes, PdP Community. It is all over. All right, it's fantastic. We win it. That is officially the end. The end of an era for little Mr. Mario here. The plumber has exposed. His cracks are showing. I'm sorry I had to go there, but I did. The plumber crack has instantly broken. All right, so well done. That is a dub for our little Tom Holland and the wonderful Spider-Man. Very good, folks. We win that round. Now here's the thing. We're moving on. We're going to get through the round of 8, and then we'll full sim. All right, our quarterfinals and then the final, or semifinals and the final. So don't worry about that. We got plenty of time. This is going to take a little bit at first, but then we're zipping through, okay? So our next matchup, who we're going to decide here, we're going with either Michael Scott or Wolverine, okay? Our next decision, congratulations, I would like to say to the chat. I knew you would take this, all right? Well done. This one's going to be tough, all right? So we have to choose wisely. I would, it would be really impressive to run the Michael Scott team, because the Wolverine team is absolutely a little stacked out of the membrane. All right, but let's start with our Michael Scott. This would be hilarious. All right, we have our Wobbuffet, we have Psyduck, we have our Jinx, we have the Bidoof, Kartana, and we have Snorlax. Yes, maybe even the Mega Snorlax, as mentioned beforehand. All right, so that is what we're shooting for the Michael Scott team. So think about it, ponder that deep inside your heart. Yes, okay, very good. Or we could run the Wolverine team. Zangoose, Kabutops, a little bit of Bisharp, Eternatus, Galarian Moltres, and in fact a Mega Lucario. All right. I will have to make him a little bit even if we run the Wolverine here, because that is a stack attack. So what do we think? In the chat, MS Michael Scott says single bat. We want to run Michael Scott to see, do you have what it takes? The unflinching, the full focus Michael Scott. Can we take him to town, to Scranton, actually? Can we take him from Scranton into the wild world of the X-Men 97 again? I'm sure L. Bartman is all up to date. Low-key Michael Scott is really good. You thinking Michael Scott's really good? All right, let's see. Run it back. Kartana. A little Kartana, Snorlax, maybe for typing, a little Jinx action. Wobbuffet could be that technical, that defensive as well. All right, well, L. Bartman says Wolverine. We got 2 for Michael Scott. Wolverine has some heavy hitters with speed. That's true. So what do you say, Mr. Walker? What are we thinking? It looks like it's coming down to you, Miss Linda L. as well. What did we think? Where are we going? I'd run Wolverine 99 out of 100% of the times. Wolverine, says Linda L. I think it was last week, Linda L. suggested the Eternatus. Eternatus was a deep pull from Miss Linda L. there. Wonderful. All right, so I see, it's close. 2 for Michael Scott. Wolverine. So 2 and 2. Sandwalker, who is it? What are we doing? You're going to break the tie here, sir. You let me know in the chat now. What are we running, folks? What are we running? Who is it going to be? Wolverine or Scranton's own Michael Scott? And we'll have to choose. You're going to choose trees. So keep in mind, that is the move. All right, Zangoose, Kabutops, Bisharp. A little bit of Eternatus, Galarian Moltres, and our Mega Lucario. Just the regular Mega, not the Mega Lucario Z. All right. None other than... We're waiting for the results here, Oh, it's Wolverine. He says it. Do you think chat has what it takes to take us down? All right, we're going with Wolverine. Wolverine it is. Boom, boom. Okay, so that means we got to decide, folks. What are we doing? Yes. We got the smiles. Good, excellent. Voters are in. It is Wolverine that we are controlling, all right? And that will be out of our 6 here. So what do we think? Who's the 3? Again, let's chill a little bit with the last 3. We can take 2 out of 3 of those. There's 2 legendaries and then 1 mega. We can take 2 out of those and then run another one. We want to make sure it's a little, you know, a little realistic here. Unless we just want to smother. That's fine too. I get you. All right, what do we got? What are our 3? Punch it in the chat now. What are our 3 Pokemon that we're bringing to the dance? Bringing to the dance. He doesn't represent Scranton. Yeah, well, that's controversial. Some would say quite the opposite. But in fact, I will plead the 5th here. I'll plead the 5th. He had a really wonderful run at the end there. Mr. Regional Manager of Dunder Mifflin came back strong in the final season and ended the entire series super well. But I'll let you watch that. All right, folks, what are the 3 Pokemon that Wolverine is taking to face out Michael Scott's Dunder Mifflin? Going to the Dunder Mifflin gym in Scranton. Earn your paper badge. What are we doing? Who's got it? I think it's a pretty obvious move. Moltres, Lucario, Zanguzi. All right, I see it. So Moltres is fun. We got that Phoenix Force, that Dark Phoenix Force here. Okay, excellent. So let's start. Who do we want to start with then? If we're running those 3, who are we starting with? I can go in that order. I'll assume that is the order you want to run it. So a little bit of Moltres, Lucario, Kabutops, and Eternatus. Oh, there's controversy. So we still have, I can see, Lucario, Moltres, and Eternatus. Okay, Lucario, Moltres. Oh, man, all 3 are different. Okay, well, at least we have Lucario. All right, Lucario is definitely there. I see, well, yeah, Elbartman, those are the 3 big hitters there. So I want to spare 1 of those so that there's a little bit more. You never know. That Snorlax can do some giga impact and take out the trash. But I will let you decide. Let's see. So we'll start Lucario. Do we want to run Lucario first? Scranton, what? The Electric City. All right. Let's start with Lucario. We're sending out Lucario. Oops, I gotta say Mega there, just to make sure. All right, Mega Lucario will be our first. We'll decide the next 2 after this. Okay, you guys are killing it. Pumped, folks. Hopefully you're enjoying yourselves this Thursday evening, kicking back, enjoying the summer vibes. I'm here to help. We're getting into it now. Our second bat. All right, Chad is not playing around. Wolverine brings out his ultimate weapon right out of the gate. The aura-wielding, steel-spiked martial artist Mega Lucario. Right on the bat. But Michael Scott steps into the plate with a massive grin, shouting, "I'm ready to be hurt again," and throws out... What? He doesn't have a slow, bro. Come on. He doesn't even go here. Have... a slow bro. Doesn't have a slow bro. Come on. Do better. You know, I've trained you. All right. So who does he send out? That's the question. Reset. Cling Clang. We're lagging here. I asked him. He doesn't have these. Okay, so has Snorlax. Sorry, folks. Snorlax. Who else does he have? He's got none other than Wobbuffet, Bidoof, Jinx. This is silly. Sorry, folks. Kartana, and Psyduck. Gosh, what a lag. You never can trust these AIs, I'll tell you. Silly. Okay, so let's tune that back up. Redo emergency. Bidoof. He goes out with the Bidoof. It's Mega Lucario versus Bidoof, folks. Can you imagine? Can you imagine this battle? Holy cow. Okay, so the universe has aligned. You have Mega Lucario, and Michael Scott has led with Bidoof. You hold a massive speed advantage and a super effective damage as well because we have the type advantage. Wonderful. Okay, so our choices here. Close combat, that takes down, it's super effective. It'll probably hit the 1-2 combo, but it will bring down our defenses. All right, that will drop us pretty good. Backed by your adaptability ability, this will hit Bidoof with the force of a freight train. Meteor Mash is steel. We can do a little bit of Swords Dance to build up our attack here, or a Crunch, just in case Michael tries to panic switch into his Jinx or Wobbuffet. I could see Michael Scott panic switching. I'm just saying that. So what do we think? What's the move here? Close combat, Meteor Mash, Swords Dance for a little bit of a boost, or a Crunch? A little crunch bar. We can even do Aura Sphere, close combat. He says we're running close combat. Close combat. That's the thought. Now, here's the thing. He runs down his defense, but I think it might be worth it. The question is, does he sub in another Pokemon? Well, either one, if he goes in with a big hitter. All right, close combat. That's what we're shooting with. Let's see. What do you have for us, Mr. Electric City? What do we got here? You're going to go consult Dwight Schrute. Chad is going for the immediate execution. No mercy for Dunder Mifflin mascots. Close combat. Michael Scott's Bidoof is knocked out in one hit. Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. No questions about it. See you later. But here's the thing. Our defense and the special defense fell, so we're a little bit more vulnerable. Close combat has the added benefit of actually being a more Wolverine. Yeah, a move. Absolutely. So there's almost like a thematic bonus here. Fantastic. Okay. So Bidoof is out of here. Michael Scott sends out the next Pokemon. Oh gosh. Michael Scott falls to his knees, staring at the field in utter disbelief. No, Lord. Please, no. No. But he snaps right back out of it, brushes off his suit, and reaches for his next choice. He tosses a Pokeball right in the center of the ring. Emerging from a flashing blue light is none other than the master of psychological warfare, Wobbuffet. Wobbuffet. Okay, we have 3-2, folks. We have Wobbuffet versus Mega Lucario. What is the decision? Here's the deal. Wobbuffet doesn't have any standard attacking moves. Instead, it relies entirely on punishing your choices. If you use a physical move, it can use counter to hit you back with double the damage. If you use a special move, it can use mirror coats to reflect it right back. And it can also use Encore to lock in whatever move you put down or pick this turn. Okay, so what's our options? We got to be smart about this because, you know, it could be a big blow up in our face. It's got some health. It's got some decent defenses. What do we think? Mind games have officially begun. What's the play, chat? Are we going with the crunch? Deals super effective damage to Wobbuffet because it's psychic, but if Wobbuffet predicts it and clicks counter, Lucario will take fatal damage because it'll be 2x a super effective hit, which is crazy. Swords Dance can boost a little bit of a stat boost there. All right. Yeah, it kind of gives the ball over to him. What do we think, folks? We could also do Meteor Mash, high damage, but it has a high risk if he does a counter. He says close combat again. Mr. Bartman, what do we think? Is there any tech? What's the big picture move out here, folks? Is it going to be what we think it's going to be? Oh, here's the deal. Apologies, folks. I'm not even running the battle. I got to get this battle running, folks. Silly me. All right. So we have our none other than, so we knocked out Bidoof, but he's got the Wobbuffet. All right, the buffet of all things good. All right, look at that guy, Wobbuffet. I'll let the chat get ready here, poised, ready to execute. We have our Mega Lucario out. There we go. Now we're tuned in, folks. Look at that. It's Mega Lucario, ready to go. Okay, so what's the move? Chat, I'm coming back to you right now. Fantastic. There we go. Okay, so chat says, is your screen off? Yeah, well, crunch one hits Shirley. Sorry about that, folks. So Swords Dance is a recommendation from St. Walker, unless it uses counter since it's physical. Sticking, yeah, I wonder here. So what do we think? Are we going to hit the Swords Dance and kind of read the room here? See what he does? Crunch one hits Shirley. Yeah, it does. It is super effective, but it just depends. If he gets through it and he predicts it, I don't know if he will, in fact, win it. It's a risk. We could do Crunch. It is physical. Yep, for sure. Crunch is definitely physical. But I don't know. Do you want to try it? We're going to do a little bit of a... I want to see what happens here. Let's go Crunch. I think Crunch is the move here, folks. Let's hit it. All right, we're going with Crunch. Doo-doo-doo. Survey says... Bingo, bango. Chat is refusing to blink. You're staring down the master of mind games and clicking the aggressive button. Mega Lucario bares its fangs and lunges forward across the pitch, moving with supreme speed. His target, Wobbuffet's psychic vulnerability, and sinks his teeth in with a vicious, dark, confused crunch. It's super effective. The physical bite tears a massive, devastating chunk out of Wobbuffet's massive HP pool. But Wobbuffet is still standing. Michael Scott points dynamically across the field and screams, boom, roasted. Wobbuffet's blue body glows with a violent, bright red energy. Counter. Oh, shoot. Risk it for the biscuit. We did. It absorbs the exact physical trauma of your bite and reflects it back with a double, the devastating force. Double, oh gosh. Mega Lucario. Moral of the story is we're cooked. All right, so 14% left with Wobbuffet, but one of our big hitters, Mega Lucario, is done and dusted. So yikes, that's crazy. Unbelievable drama. Michael Scott's psychological trap worked to an absolute perfection, excuse me. Oh man. So all right, so what are we doing? Are we gonna do yeah, I agree, sir. Oh snap is full show. All right, so who do we go? Who are we sending in now? We didn't fully decide our three. It's kind of I think I saw, let's go back up here. I think I like the Zangoose. I like the Zangoose move, and then I think what we saw after that is the Moltres. Moltres has been through, so we're gonna go either Zangoose or Moltres, folks. Zangoose or Moltres. Who are we bringing it in? So, man, that could be close because Zangoose is also dark. Galarian Moltres is also dark. I think it could finish it. But we see there's I think if it just depends on the speed. Obviously, Wobbuffet's not fast. So, all right. So what do we think? Either Galarian Moltres or Zangoose. The Sharp Scythe Pokemon. I think it looks like a feral cat. What do we think, folks? Who's going in next? I'd love to see it because this is actually turning out to be quite the match. Quite the match here. I'd say Moltres to counter the Psychic. All right. You've seen it. We're going Galarian Moltres for the next move. Shaboom. All right. I cannot spell tonight. Sorry, chat. You're good, buddy. No worries. All right, we got our Moltres. This thing is actually pretty wild. He shows up in the Horizons Season 2. One of the 6 heroes. All right. So there you have it. Galarian Moltres is on the board. Michael Scott, what do we have? 14%. Fiery Avian Bird of Doom, Galarian Moltres. Alright, so the mind games are still technically active, chat. Because Wobbuffet has Shadow Tag, your Galarian Moltres is now trapped on the field. Oh, interesting. It can still run the counter, it can still run the Mirror Coat. Galarian Moltres is a special attacker. If you use a special move and Michael Scott used Mirror Coat, it could hit you back incredibly hard, but if you pick a move that bypasses its options or hits it before it can guess right, yeah, I think that's it. Fiery Wrath, that's a special dark type. U-turn, bug type, nasty plot, raises up your special attack. And then Sucker Punch, extremely priority physical dark move. Hits before Wobbuffet can even set up a counter. I think Sucker Punch is a big brain move here. It's quick, always a priority here. It goes first no matter what. So what do we think? We have some big hits. Fiery Wrath will definitely. It carries a 20% chance to flinch as well. U-turn, physical bug. I don't know. Apparently a little Moltres here can use some bug types. So what do we think? What are we going with, folks? What do you think about the strategy? Do we finish it off with a quick one? Sock 'em boppers, says He Dog in the chat. Sucker Punch is what I'm gathering from that. Sucker Punch is the move. Fiery Wrath, Lincoln Bartman's like, I just want to unload. I want to make it rain. Okay, I've gone with, there's 2 for Sucker Punch there. So without further ado, put 'em up. Can you imagine a little sock from a Galarian Moltres? That would not be fun. A little pop across the jaw. All right, Chad is playing with absolute elite precision. You aren't giving Michael Scott a single microsecond to think before Wobbuffet can even adjust his stance to prepare for the counter shield. Galarian Moltres hits with the Sucker Punch, and Michael Scott's Wobbuffet is officially knocked out. He sends out his third Pokemon, so we still got 2 fully juiced up Pokemon here. All right, Michael throws his clipboard onto the ground in a classic corporate tantrum. I fast-tracked that Wobbuffet to middle management, and you just casual Friday him. He shakes it off, reaches for his next Pokemon. Oh my goodness. It is none other than the elegant and devastatingly frosty Jinx. Remember, we're talking Jan. Jan from The Office, the romance. All right, so what do we got? We have a little bit of Jinx here. Your advantage. Jinx is a psychic type, meaning your dark type attacks will deal massive super effective damage. Galarian Moltres is a fighting type, means Jinx's ice type attacks will also deal massive super effective damage back at us. But Galarian Moltres holds a slight speed advantage, so heavily favored. So what do we think? L. Bartman, this might be the chance. See if we can get a little flinch here with some Fiery Wrath. That would be super effective. Little dark type to the Psychic Ice, the Queen. So we got to make sure a little Wobbuffet here. Little Wobbuffet is out of there. See you later. Sayonara, folks. Where's my Jinx? Here we go. There she is. What a controversial character she used to be. Very good. Excellent. Oh, Jinx. Fiery Wrath. Release the hounds, he says. Let it rain. All right. Jericho missiles. What do we think? Do I also hear from the crew here, from chat, are we doing Fiery Wrath? See if we can get a flinch or just a one-hit knockout. Do you think we can do it? Do you think we can do it? All right, because it's about to get interesting. All right, we are going to fly through the next two, and then we're going to sim. Absolute speed run the last, even including the championship, and you're going to have to vote. You're going to see if you choose correctly. Read the narrative. Let's see. Fiery Wrath. He-Dog says www.retreat.com. All right. Fiery Wrath. You caught me monologuing again. What do we say? What happens? What are we doing? Block A, match 2. Chat is letting the darkness consume the battlefield. Because your Dark Bird holds the absolute speed advantage, it strikes before Michael Scott's Jinx. Super effective damage. Michael Scott's Jinx is officially knocked out. Single blow. It's realistic. That's a one-hit KO, folks. That's a WWF move. That's a power bomb. See you later. Michael Scott drops his head, into his hands. Why is everything so hard? Oh, gosh. Anyway, we're going to move on from that. This is family friendly. Okay. All right, so that was 3, was it not? Bidoof. We had Jinx and Wobbuffet. Oh my goodness, that is the end here. So Michael Scott is done. Michael Scott is beaten. He lost 3 Pokemon. Excellent. Okay, so see you later, Jinx. Peace out. Wonderful. All right. That is Wolverine with the dub. Very good, very good. Okay, so without further ado, those are 3 knockouts. They didn't even get to our 3rd one. We didn't even have to do it. All right, here we go. We're going to run with our next one. So the next battle will be Wednesday Addams versus Jake Sully here. Next battle is Jake Sully versus Wednesday Addams. I think we're getting a little bit of a glitch here on the chat, but that's okay. We're going to tune it up. All right, folks. So as I get this going here, we got to go back. You have to decide, who are you going with? All right, are you going with Jake Sully, or are you going to go with our Wednesday Addams? Okay, so that is our choice here. This is our Jake Sully team, the avatar. So what do we think here, folks? What do we think? We have Jake Sully with a Mega Aerodactyl. We have our Mudsdale, Decidueye, Vikavolt, Xerneas, and Rotom. Or, as we see here with Wednesday, we have Gothitella. We have Mega Chandelure, Ghastly, Banette, Delmise, and Pillowswine. Those are the choices. All right, so what do we think? Who are we going with? Which one are we going to choose for this one here? Sully. Jake Sully, says St. Walker. I am not against it. I'm not against it. Let's see here. Good thing I had this set up just in case. Let me just tune up our roster here. And we're going in for it. All right, excellent. Just going to tune that AI real quick. All right, wonderful. So we have 2 votes for Jake Sully. What else do we have? Anything else? 2 votes for Jake Sully. What do we think about Wednesday? Wednesday's got some heat, some dark and psychic, some ghost. What do we think? All right, we're gonna go with Jake Sully with our big. Actually, man, he's got some real big hitters. That Mega Aerodactyl is gonna be fast and furious. 2 for Jake Sully. I think it's gonna be Jake Sully, unless we have any discrepancies here. Jake Sully is going to be our vote. Bingo, bango. Jake Sully, it is over to you guys. Chat versus our AI super intelligence. Wednesday Adams. Here's the decision. Lead reveal. Boy, who are we going with? He has set the pace. What do we got? We're going with Jake Sully. Wednesday. Jake had what? What is going on here? Oh boy, we got a glitch here. All right, we're using Jake Sully. All right, boom. Hey guys, gotta love it. A little bit of the perfect, unfallible AI here. We're seeing it live. This could be a good little case study for the use of AI. Perhaps it's not the best. All right, we got it. So who are we choosing? What is our decision here? We can decide who is going to take it. What are our 3 Pokemon? What are the 3 we're going to use? We have Mega Aerodactyl, we have Mudsdale, we have Vikavolt, Decidueye, Rotom, or Xerneas. Okay, some stacked, absolutely stacked Pokemon here. What are we thinking? I think the 3 types, if we want to go for a spread here, we have a decent amount of rock types. A grass would be a disruptor. Think about who we're facing too. We have dark types and we have ghost types. A little bit of psychic potentially. All right, St. Walker says Xerneas, Decidueye, and Mega Aerodactyl. I like the coverage there. Not gonna lie, I do like that coverage. What else do we have here? Any other suggestions before we do this? Before we do it up? All right. I would love to hear. I like those. He-Dog confirms it. We're going with it. Okay. So let's start with Xerneas to run it. See if we can just sweep the field here. Is our first Pokemon for Jake Sully's team. Right side. All right, good. Here we go. So we are going up against a Ghastly, I do believe, is what we have here. Ghastly. Yep, and we are Xerneas. Chat, you have brought a literal fairy type god to a standard match. Your signature ability Fairy Aura is active, boosting the power of all fairy type moves on the field by 33%. And we have a speed advantage? What? Do you think Xerneas is faster than Ghastly? Is that right? What do we think? Is that true? What do we think, chat? I don't know. I think that's I guess that is true. All right, so we got a lot of different moves here. Okay. So we're thinking here about the long game. We can either use Geomancy, all right, we can use, which basically boosts everything, okay? So on turn 1, it sharply raises the special attack, special defense, and speed by 2 stages, and then on turn 2 as well. Moonblast is a huge special attack, all right, fairy type. We can hit it with Psychic, maybe not as effective. And Thunderbolt will hit good, but it's basically neutral damage, no type advantage for that one. So what do we think? Are we going to boost it? We can also use other ones. It is a grass, so you can use even a bug type as well. It's Leech Horn, I think is what it's called. Or Horn Leech, excuse me. I can probably use a little bit of the Solar Beam, but it will have to bide its time here. So what are we thinking? What are we hitting this? Let's get this going here on the right side. So we're using our Jake Sully. We have our Xerneas, none other than... Dude, I love Xerneas. Xerneas is actually one of my favorites. Such a good Pokemon. All right. We have Xerneas versus Ghastly. So what do we think? What's the move as I get the battlefield set up? What is the move, chat? Do we have what it takes to take down our Wednesday Addams character here? What do we think? Geomancy into wipe the other team with Psychic. Yeah, that's fair. Yikes. Ultimate setup. It is ultimate. Yeah, that's true. Gathers power. Turn 1 to sharply raise a special attack. Yep. If you hold a power herb, it happens. Can you survive 1 poison hit? Oh, shoot. That's the thing. Yeah, but if he hits us with any of its poison moves, that could be difficult. Also, why did I make Xerneas so small? Hilarious. Okay. All right. So we're gonna go Geomancy. That's what the people have said. Geomancy is the move. I agree as well. 3 strikes and the swing. What do we have? Are we hitting a home run, or is it a foul ball, or is it an out? It's a strikeout. Chad is going for absolute juggernaut play. All right. Geomancy, because Chad equipped Xerneas with a no, we don't have a power herb. We don't, silly. We don't have a power herb, silly goose. Just standard attacks. All right. So with that being said, none other than the results here will be, we will have to adjust for the first one. So basically think of it like kind of like solar beam. So you're kind of taking in energy here. So Xerneas is gathering light, so it's basically charging the geomancy. Wednesday Addams watches the glowing stag and seizes the opportunity. She points a cold finger forward, and Ghastly unleashes a massive toxic wave of heavy purple sludge bomb. Oh no, it hits Xerneas dead on for super effective damage without those stat boosts yet. So the legendary stag takes full force of the poison. So basically we're down half, hitting at 55, but we are biting. All right, we're getting some extra attack here, and even some speed too, because Xerneas spent turn 1 charging. Turn 2 triggers automatically, so that's basically, we've already made the decision for the second turn here. So we boost our special attack, special defense, and speed. But Wednesday Ghastly is still active this turn and is ready to fire another sludge bomb. However, with your special defense now doubled, +2, Xerneas' absolute fortress. Ghastly fires sludge bomb, but this time it barely chips your health bar, leaving Xerneas sitting at 42%. Holy cow. So we're set up. We're ready to go. We are like a juggernaut right now. So we are all stat boosted. All right. So we're rocking at 42%. Now the decision. What do? We either hit it with a psychic. We can hit it with a moonblast, a little bit of thunderbolt, a little bit of a leech horn, even like I think it could even be an energy ball, like a ton of moves. This Pokemon is stacked. So what are we doing? What do we think, folks? We managed to survive. Ghastly's doing, I think Ghastly's got the full health right now, so it could be a one-hit wonder. We are at 42% with a massive HP pool. So what do we think? What's our next move? There's plenty of options for us, folks. The choice is yours. Choice is yours. Let me get some water here as you decide who is it going to be. Delicious and nutritious. We're going with Psychic. This setup, I saw it before you guys were talking about it. Psychic it is. Is it going to be a one-hit wonder? Is it? I think we're dropping the bomb here. What do we think? AI, what do you got for us? Chat is unleashing the physical mind wave. Psychic and Ghastly is knocked out. See you later. 42%, and we're still boosted. What does Wednesday have? Doesn't even flinch as her Ghastly faints into smoke. I'll find your bright colors offensive. Let's dim the lights. She sends out Mega Chandelure. Oh, snap. We ain't messing around here. Okay, temperature just dropped below freezing in the stadium. Wednesday's brought out her heavy hitter, Mega Chandelure, fire and a ghost type. Here's your advantage. Because you spent those early turns using Geomancy, your Xerneas still holds a speed advantage. A massive boost for your special firepower. Alright, so we are still kind of close though. We are a little bit of a grass. Alright, grass type as well as fairy. So you never know what the move is. What do we do here? A little Moonblast, a little Psychic. We have a really beefy, boosted special attack, and it is our stab move, which basically means because it's the same type as us, we get a boost for the actual attack of it being special attack. So what do we think? What are we going with? I don't know if we're going to get out of this one. I think Wednesday has some plans for us, folks. That's a Mega Chandelure. We got to figure this out. I would love to know. I like the sound of ungodly neutral damage. This would do completely ungodly neutral damage to Chandelure. You know, I didn't catch that, but I think that's hilarious. Moonblast, we are locked. All right, Moonblast it is. Do you think we can take it out though? I don't know. It's got some special defense. We are pumped. So let's see. Moonblast it is. What happens? I can't actually predict this. I have no idea. I have no clue what's happening with this one. Let's see what happens. Do you think we get out of here? Moonblast backed by +2. Oh man, through the 50% mark, right into the red danger zone and hit 0. Gosh, we did it. Holy cow. I wouldn't have anticipated that. I thought we could get by with that because that is, I mean, it is a boosted, and we are wiping the floor, folks. Moonblast for the redonkulous amount of neutral damage. That's going to be a t-shirt. Wednesday Addams stands in absolute silence. The purple flames of her ace completely extinguished. She stares across the pitch at your glowing legendary stag. Her expression cold and calculating. Impressive, she murmurs. You've managed to make a massacre looking like a piece of art. All right, she goes with the pillow swine now. The massive shaggy ice-covered tusker pillow swine. All right, so wow. See you later. That was quick, man. Making quick work. Light work of the ace of Little Miss Wednesday here. Okay, so here's a decision. What do we do here? This is it. Match point for Team Pandora. What are we doing here? What are we doing? All right, you still have an absolute speed advantage, obviously, because we're fighting a giant pig. Yeah, I'd hope so, right? What are our options? We can still do... Man, we're just boosted, man. We're juiced up. Electric damage, though, be careful. Piloswine's ground typing makes it completely immune to electric attacks, okay? We still have grass as well. It is ice and ground, so we can do... I'm thinking even like the energy ball could be an option. It doesn't have to be on the board. You can run it as long as it's a legal move. We could run it. So what do we think? Are we sticking to a Moonblast? What are we thinking, folks? How are we doing here? We can do a little synthesis to get more HP. It's up to you guys. It's your show. I'm just here clicking buttons. He says Moonblast again. Redonkulous. Again. Another, please. Okay, thank you. Thor drops the hammer with a Moonblast. Does Xerneas take down Piloswine? That is the question. I don't know. I don't think so. I doubt it. Moonblast +2 fraction. Oh, it is knocked out. Get out of here. Holy cow. Backed by the +2 special attack and the ungodly power of Fairy Aura, the Radiant... Man, this is an interesting narrative here. Radiant Beam streaks across the pitch. One-side Piloswine plants the icy hooves, attempting to brace behind the shaggy coat, but the sheer astronomical force of the blast is simply just too much. The cosmic energy explodes on impact, completely vaporizing Piloswine. Guys, you just completely... You didn't even lose one Pokemon. It is knocked out. See you later. She didn't even know our other two Pokemon. All you need is Xerneas, my folks. The Swiss Army knife. We moonblasted that Tusker indeed. We sweeped her team. Get out of here. It's a clean sweep. Xerneas single-handedly marched into the Nevermore Academy and dismantled Wednesday's entire ghostly defense squad before her other two party members could even leave their Pokeballs. Get out of here. Okay, so the next matchup is going to be Barbie. Next matchup, let me just type this in. Matchup is Barbie versus, who's our last one, you might ask? It is SpongeBob SquarePants. SpongeBob SquarePants. All right, let's get it going, folks. Dude, you're killing it. You are 3 for 3. Now let's see if the odds are still in your favor here. We have SpongeBob and we have Barbie. All right, so what do we think? Let's go up to the rosters here. SpongeBob, we got our Mega Starmie, Tentacruel. We have our Corphish, our Greedent, Macargo, and our Gimmighoul roaming form. All right, so those are our 6 options there. Fantastic. Very good. And let's go see Barbie. Barbie girl, what do we got for us going on up? See you in a sec. There we go. Barbie, Furfrou, Sylveon, Jigglypuff, Florges, Alcremie, and Alolan Ninetales. Alolan Ninetales, folks. You have a decision to make. Are you going with the Plastic Queen or are you going with SpongeBob SquarePants? I kind of already think I know. This is going to be a hard one. If we do a little bit of a SpongeBob, you guys are going to have to real strat this. You're going to have to dig deep and lock in because it's going to be a brawl. What do we got? SpongeBob today, my son said he was a piece of cheese and not a sponge. In honor of Junior Walker. I would love to see us run it. Our SpongeBob SquarePants team. Are we going to do it? Do you guys have the gusto to take this on? What do we win? What do you got? Barbie or SpongeBob? I see one for here. We'll run it. We'll run it like a poll. I got you. L. Bartman's like, you got to get that poll going. All right, start a poll. Who we got? It will be either SpongeBob boom, boom, or Barbie. Barbie girl or SpongeBob. You tell me. And the chat is live with a poll. All right, you just pound that button. And we'll see. Excuse the little sips here. Just want to make sure my voice is ready for us. Guys, this is our last one before we do the full simulations of our battling, okay? SpongeBob. Uh-oh, Barbie's in here. Who is it going to be? Oh, it's a 50-50. Oh my goodness. Is it Barbie or SpongeBob? I don't know. The chat is getting me all nervous. Who are we going to run here? Barbie's got our Sylveon team. A little bit of, whoops, I skipped it here. Jigglypuff's real cute in there. Man, I don't know. I think it's still stuck at 50-50. I don't know. All right, I'll give it another 30 seconds or so. Maybe 10 seconds. It is, I think it's still at 50-50 here, which means I might have to break the tie. I might have to do it. I think the challenge would be, it would be impressive, I will say, for chat to beat AI with none other than SpongeBob SquarePants. But we'll see here. I'll end the poll. I don't know for sure who took it, who won it, but we'll see here. It is 50-50. Oh gosh. All right, guys, I'm going to give you a huge curveball here. All right, I want you to try to beat Barbie with SpongeBob SquarePants. This is the challenge. This is our challenge. See if you have what it takes, okay? So we're running SpongeBob. We choose SpongeBob. All right, let's see what happens here. So we got to decide, folks. You see on the board here, you see on the screen. I said board, that's my teacher coming in here. All right, who is going to be the three? Who is going to be the three that we battle with? Yes, we have the full lineup here. Your type starting, and now let's see who Barbie sends out to meet you on the runway. Yeah, we're choosing. They're deciding too. They're trying to figure out the strat. Who do we got? Mega Starmie, Tentacruel, Corfish, Greedent, Magcargo, or our Plankton Pokemon. All right, the Plankton representative here. Gimme Goal, the walking form, the roaming form here. What's our three? I'd love to hear from the Walker tribe. All right, I'm open to anything. Are we going to use Patrick Star for the Starmie? Highly, highly probable that we'll run that Starmie. We also can have the Magcargo, a little bit of a fire. Now, think again, we're covering a lot of fairy types here. It's a lot of fairy types, so we got to think smart here. A little bit of poison could be helpful. A little bit of steel could be helpful. What do we think? What are the options here? What are our three? Starmie, Magcargo, and Gabagool. I like those. What else do we think? Do we retweet that? Is that what we're doing? I'll wait for you guys here for the last couple. Left side. Oh, I see what you're saying. I understand your vote now. Okay, interesting. We're choosing the three. Yeah, we're going all three. She says Starmie, Corfish, and Magcargo. I gotcha. That would be her vote. Starmie, Magcargo. Yeah, so mostly there. Starmie, Gimme, and Magcargo. All right. That is the lineup. We're going in. Do you want to go in that order? We're going to send our ace out there first. What's our first one? All right. I see that we'll go with Mega Starmie, Gimme Ghoul, and Magcargo. Tentacle ain't bad with the poison. Yeah, poison could hit hard depending on the type matchup. If it's the Florges with a little poison and grass, that could be wild. But we're going to go with Starmie, Gimme Ghoul, and Magcargo. So who do we send out first, folks? Of those three, of Starmie, right? Starmie right here. Or Gimme Ghoul or Magcargo. What's the choice? It's up to you guys. What are we shooting out first? A little sneak attack. Keep in mind, Magcargo is pretty slow. He could do good work with some special attack if we get some in there. Gimme Ghoul might be a little bit. He likes Magcargo first. Okay, we're going Magcargo. See ya, Magcargo. Boom. What do we got? What do you have for us, Barbie? What do you have for us? Has defense but lacks speed. That's true. I gotcha. We're running with it. SpongeBob flips his spatula in the air, lets out his classic I'm ready, laugh, and throws out a blazing under the sea Magcargo. Barbie steps on the runway, flashing a blinking camera-ready smile, and it is Furfrou. Oh, interesting. Okay, let's get to the battlefield here. It is SpongeBob's Magcargo. Could you imagine that card? That'd be hilarious if there was an actual like Destin Rivals flavor. It is SpongeBob's Mad Cargo. All right, versus the Furfrou. I saw that coming from a mile away. All right, so Furfrou is like a normal. Is there fighting there too? Is there a little bit of fairy? All right, I don't know. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Okay, so what do we got here? So the decision, we have Lava Plume, so a little fire. Juicy 30% chance to burn. We have Ancient Power, deals good damage. Carries a rare 10% chance to raise all Mad Cargo stats by 1 stage. That'd be Wild. Earth Power, Ground type. And then we can do Recover to play it slow, heal up. We don't need HP right now, chat. We can also use anything else, okay? I think because we have some ground, we could use an Earthquake. We could use Stealth Rock. We could, whatever we think in here. So just normal? Okay, just normal. Gotcha. Okay, I wish we could use some fighting, but I don't think he's got any fighting in him, unless it's like an Aura Sphere, but I think we'll get called for that. I don't think that would let us use it. So, all right, what's the move? Lava Plume, Ancient Power, Earth Power. Oh, yeah. Dude, I love El Bartman, man. He's just like, just rip it, man. Just let it fly. Lava Plume or Earth Power. Okay, I'm seeing 2 there. Stove is hot, chat. What is the play? I think it will be, in fact, Lava Plume or Ancient Power. I see Lava Plume across all the boards there. So we're going in there. Lava Plume. Excellent. Turns up the heat in the kitchen. You're going to burn right out of the gates. Furfrou strikes first, though. Moving with elegant runway speed, it lunges across the pitch with a sleek return, slamming directly into your magma snail. Physical defense is rock solid, even with a high base power normal strike. Furfrou barely dents the outer shell, sitting at 84%. Now it's SpongeBob's turn to cook. 62% hits it down. Special attack completely ignores Furfrou's fur coat defense multiplier, and the attack melts right through its health bar, dropping the pool down to 62% HP. Okay, all right. Barbie's Furfrou was burned. Oh shoot, the burn lands. Okay, so we got burning happening here. So the physical attack power is now cut in half. Gosh, I don't know if you guys knew that, but if your Pokemon do get burned, they lose half of their damage. That's rough. Okay, half of their physical damage. Not special. Okay, so 84% Mad Cargo, 56 with a burn, after all thing is said and done, with Furfrou. Textbook opening play, good. So now what do? We can get creative as well. Don't forget that. Do we try to outlast it, do a little recover, and just watch it take some chip damage there with the burn? What's the move here? What is the move? We can go with anything. Little Earthquake. Keeping in mind, now it's probably not going to use as much physical attack, but I don't know if it knows much of special attack. It's anybody's game. I think it can go either way. I think we're set up pretty well, but what do we think? What is the play, folks? What is the play? What are we going for here? It's anybody's. Look at that. Earth Power, says St. Walker. Yeah, Earth Power could be good. Predict the switch. Ground type coverage will hit an incoming fairy type with solid neutral damage. Fair. Earth or Ancient. Earth Power, good. Yeah, I see that. Yo, it'd be sick to get the Ancient Power 10% Omni stat boost, but that'd be cool. Save the dog. Run away. Power. He says any power. Power. All right, well, I'm seeing more of the Earth, so we're going to go the Earthen Power, okay? Earth Power. Supernatural power. What do we got? Bingo, bango. See you in a bit. He-Dog, what a power move. I see you out there. Chad is anticipating a tactical retreat. Oh, are we? Is that what we were doing? How do you know? Furfrou is recalled. Sylveon enters the battle. Get out of here. But SpongeBob anticipated the runaway swap perfectly. Mad Cargo slams its molten body against the stadium floor, sending a massive crackling fissure of thermal energy tearing directly under the incoming fairy type. Earth Power. So it hits, brings it down to 68% HP. Okay, that's fair. But now we got to deal with Sylveon. Sylveon's got some moves like Jaga. This might be her ace, dare I say. Might be. All right, so we have a burned Furfrou. We have Sylveon out. So those are the two that we know. And Macargo is still standing strong. Summon the Megazord. Oh, man, this would be a clean sweep if we had a Snom. I'm telling you, Snom all day. Oh, speaking of Snom, I just talked to Ying So, sent me a DM. He pulled the simplified Chinese Snom illustration rare. Hilarious. He was so jacked about it. Super pumped. So shout out to Ying So. Wonder where he's at. We gotta reach out to him. Anyway, okay. So what are we gonna do? We have some options here. We can do some switching if we have the other three. I think we can think through what we're doing. We have Gimme Ghoul and we have Mega Starmie remaining. So those are our options. Oh, I gotta switch this up. Frou, we'll see you in a bit. And we're bringing out the Sylveon. Hello, Queen. What's up, girlfriend? Okay, so Sylveon is there, ready to roll. Very good. Okay, so what do we got, folks? Lava Plume, dropping the hammer again. This would be a clean sweep. Yeah, we said that already. Good, wonderful. Read that, wonderful. So what are we doing? Are we gonna attack? We're just going for it. No mercy. L. Bartman says so. Lava Plume it again. See if we can get another burn. Could you imagine? Oof. Awesome. Glad he got that card. Yeah. Also use Lava Plume. Okay. Lava Plume. We ain't got no time for that. Lava Plume. What happens to Sylveon? Well, Sylveon definitely has a speed advantage. I wonder what it can use though. Could it use like Earthquake? Do you think Sylveon can run an Earthquake here? Hyper Voice. Oh shoot. Sylveon moves first. Its ribbons glowing with radiant pink aura, whatever. It inhales deeply and unleashes a beautifully melodic, deafening acoustic wave. Hyper Voice, backed by its Pixelate ability. The move transforms into a devastating fairy type attack. The sound waves crash over Magcargo, targeting a weaker special defense. Braces. We're down to 35%. Oof. The Molten Blast engulfs the elegant fairy type, bringing it down to 52%. Okay. So it's still going, but it gets burned. Yo, let's go. Status condition, it hits burn again, guys. Let's go. All right, so we're at 35% and 46 with the burn for Sylveon. Excellent. All right. So we have to figure out what we want to do here. Do we want to recover and just see? Well, that's risky. It's going to go first. So I don't know. It depends on how much it can hit. I don't know. So our choices, we can do recover, Lava Plume, Earth Power. Try to do an Earthquake. I don't know if there's anything else. We could try to do like a Smoke Screen. See if I don't know if we can get more evasiveness or reduce the accuracy of Sylveon there. I don't know. Gemini thinks we're cooking. What's the order, chat? Let's lock it in. You ain't wrong. Gemini knows. Gemini's been a little sus tonight, but we'll keep it around here. Do you let Magcargo go down swinging to deal maximum damage, use recover, or do the tactical swap? What do we think? Where are we going with this? What's the move? I'm down for whatever. Melt that snail. Oh gosh. I'd say risk it. Use recover. Yeah, you think so? And so see if the burn damage. So I just wonder what else it has cooked up. Does it have anything potential? If we do recover, switch to Starmie. Oh, switch to Starmie could be interesting. I like recover, He-Dog. So we got 2 for recover, 1 for switch to Starmie. I don't know. I think that could be the move. Why don't we hit it? All right, let's do recover. Recover. All right, we're gonna get some of that good old HP juju going here. All right, we got some more. Let's see how. Now it goes back to 100. Chad is playing the game. Another hyper voice. Recover. Okay, so here's the deal. Magcargo restores a massive 50% of its maximum health, bouncing right back up into a healthier pocket. Okay, so Magcargo is at 54. Wow. Wait a second. We got down to 4%. Holy cow. That was a risk. That was a big time risk. Barbs has 2 Pokemon that have been weakened and have burn. That's true. Okay. Hits us with the Hyper Voice. We are at 54% thanks to the recover. That's crazy. Good work. Okay, so 40 with a burn. Because the burn is still working. Magcargo's at 54. So what do we got here? What are we doing? I don't know. What do we think, folks? Should we try to switch for that ancient power? See if we can get that stat boost here. Or it could be time to switch it out. Lincoln Bartman, I think that could be an interesting move too. We kind of have like a 50% advantage here. It's anybody's. Remember, it's 54 to 40%. 54 to 40% here. We should use Ancient Power. Yeah, I like the Ancient Power move. It would be sick if we got the stat boost. I wonder if AI will just RNG that for us. We'll see. It's kind of giving us the edge here. It's been giving us some good. Recover again and assert dominance. Recover and use Ancient. Okay, we'll hit. So Al Bartman, we'll hit the Ancient Power for the next move. We'll hit Recover once more. Can you double tap Recover? Can we do that 2 times in a row? I guess we'll find out. Gave us the option. In the game though, can you do Recover twice? Chat is playing absolute. Okay. Back down to 4%, and then Recover. Back 50%. Once again. Residual Ember flares up. Sylveon takes burn damage. So back to 54. And then 28 with a burn. Holy cow. So we're down to 28. We're just letting Entropy do its thing. Okay, so now we're going to go. What was it? Ancient Power? Ancient Power. El Bartman, this one goes out to you. Boom. What do we got? Ancient Power is the move. Do we get a stat boost? Be a little rigged. We'll see if it does. Hyper Voice, but the snail still stands. 4% again. Really? So SpongeBob points the spatula forward and Macargo's eyes flash with ancient primeval light. It summons a ring of glowing prehistoric fossils and jagged boulders from the stadium ceiling and hurls them straight at the exhausted fairy type Ancient Power. The Rock Blast directly scores a hit. Sylveon's high special defense can't save it from its low remaining health. Wow, and that's a knockout. See you later. Plus the burn would probably sweep it up at the end. The 10% chance did not trigger with the Ancient Power. That's okay. So we're down to 4%. Her last Pokemon, the Mojo Dojo Casa House Tactics. Completely stunned by the small. Good. Recover then use. Wow. W-A. Alolan Ninetales is next. A snow type. Weather. Snow is activated by Alolan Ninetales' snow warning. So we have snow on the field. Can you believe that we're about to sweep here? I doubt we'll get an attack off. But here's your ace in the hole. If Macargo somehow gets a move off the fire type, quad super effective damage. Ice and Fairy. Woof. Okay. So what's the move? Do you think we do it? Do we try to switch? What do we think? Are we switching out here? Just say, peace out, Girl Scout. Are we going to try to attack? What do we think? This might be the... Oops, I got to switch up. Alolan Ninetales. So Sylveon is cooked. She gone. Should I send out Gary? Should I send out Ken? Look at Barbie uses Ken. What? There's a switch up? Oh no. Gary drop kicks Magcargo to a 0 health and everybody loses? Oh my gosh, Ken. Just kidding, folks. Just kidding. If you know, you know. If you were there last week, you know what we're talking about. Alright, Alolan Ninetales. Also, oops, accidentally pressed the send message. Yeah, you're good, buddy. No probs, no probs. Okay, Alolan Ninetales with the no-footed Barbie. Let's see, switch. They say switch, switch, switch. I think we should not just heard. All right, so who do we switch to then? That's the question. So we have Gimme Ghoul. Man, can you? I cannot believe that our Magcargo has gotten us this far. That's crazy. Gimme Ghoul, and then we have our Mega Starmie. Who do we do? Who are we doing it? Wow, now. This ain't power on PdP. Oh, man. That's a reference, man. Goodness. A lot of people don't know that Power World. I'll tell you that much. I will tell you that much. That's a good game, though. Starmie. E-Dog says Starmie. All right, Magcargo, you're at... What was he at? 4%? So let's bring him in. Bump, 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 bump. Patrick Star. Patrick Starfish in the house. We got ice versus water. Why are we only fighting against dogs with Barbie? Fair enough. That's true. Yeah, they should, I guess. Well, poodles. Ninetales is a fox. Okay, it's kind of canine. Okay, that's fine. And then Sylveon is also probably a fox too. That's fair. Okay. So we're switch to Mega Starmie. What do we got, chats? Let's see. So the attack here. So Mega Starmie comes in. Alolan, Ninetales. Do they get a move off here? Yeah, they definitely will. So retreats. Mega Starmie enters the field. My card go blah blah blah. Aurora Veil. Excuse me. Barbie's Alolan Ninetales anticipates a strike. Its multiple tails whipping through the freezing air, moving with pristine grace. It coordinates a blinding freezing barrier across, its side of the field. Aurora Veil. Because the snowstorm is actively raging, the mystical northern light materializes over Barbie's squad, creating a protective shield. All damage taken by Barbie's team is cut in half for the next 5 turns. Get out of here. That's crazy. Wow. Okay. Here's your counterplay. Your Mega Starmie is an absolute speed demon and boasts a massive lethal move pool. Even behind the shield, Mega Starmie can output serious offensive pressure. So what do we think? Hydro Pump, Psychic, Flash Cannon, Steel type. Oof. Attacks deal quad super effective damage 4x against Ice and Fairy. Even behind Aurora Veil, this will tear a massive chunk out of Ninetales. Thunderbolt, electric coverage to fish for neutral damage and potential paralysis. Guys, that is a wild move pool. What do we think? Flash Cannon would be nuts. I don't know if is it an absolute like 100% accuracy. I feel like Flash Cannon can be a little risky. I don't know. What do you think? This is the last Pokemon before we start to simulate, folks. Before we start the simulation of our semis and our finals. Flash Cannon, they say. All right, let's do it. Flash Cannon. You guys are mopping. If this goes through, it has the potential to knock it out. And it's a special attack, too, which I think is boosted with the Mega Starmie. Barbie Alolan Ninetales leaps forward. Wait, hold on a second. You are target. Okay. Barbie's Alolan Ninetales steps forward. Model like Grace uses Blizzard. Thanks to the active snowstorm, the move has 100% flawless accuracy. The Icy Tempest crashes directly over Mega Starmie, but your high-tech cosmic core shrugs it off beautifully. Interesting. I guess it had a move somehow. It got a move off here. The Icy Tempest, so 72 HP, down to 72, so down 28 if math is math. Mega Starmie spins into overdrive. Flash Cannon. The beam streaks across the pitch. 4x. 100% straight down into the red zone. 18% left. 18 HP. Oh, snap. Into the red. Okay. Absolute railgun of attack. PdP. Wonderful. Mega Starmie easily maintains speed advantage here. What? If we had speed advantage, why did we take damage there at first? That's interesting. Huh. That's a little glitchy. That's right. That's right. No worries. All right, folks. What do we do? Do we, so it has, how much left did it say? 18? What do we do here? The core is fully charged, chat. Bring home the knockout. Here we go. What do we think? How are we finishing? Are we doing another Flash Cannon? Want to switch it up a little swift? Shoot a little stars out there? 50% damage reduced and still down to 18. That's quad super effective damage right there. 4x any normal attack. That is, yes, that is correct. Steel is double super effective, which means it's 4x multiplied that high. That's wild. Okay, so what's the move? Apparently, because of the snow, I guess the Alolan Ninetales goes first. I guess that's a mechanic here. Another Flash Cannon. We're gonna try it. He-Wan says so. Excuse me, He-Dog. Flash Cannon. Flash Dance. Oh gosh. Yeah, Mega Starmie would turn that into a dance for sure. But that's maybe a different channel than the one we're talking about tonight. All right, let's see. Chad is giving the Flash Cannon. Good. Boom, boom. Barbie's the one that tries to leap aside, but Mega Starmie is just too fast, too furious. Mega Starmie takes it home with 72%. But keep in mind, there is a Furfrou. There is a Furfrou, folks, who is burned. So Alolan Ninetales is out of there. The switch she brings in for the last move here. We have a burned Furfrou. I actually almost forgot about it. We have a burned Poodle. Sad day. All right. Our Furfrou is ready to pounce here. So we are 2 out of 3, folks. And this one is, again, 56 damage. And the stats return. Here's the deal. The Aurora Veil is still there. Right? So half the damage. Barbie sends out her final Pokemon. So Mega Starmie's at 72%. Furfrou's at 56%. What do? Hydro Pump is our strongest special water stab. So basically we get type advantage here. Psychic hits for high accuracy. Flash Cannon keeps the silver lasers rolling. And switch to Mad Cargo. The ultimate disrespect play. Bring back your 4% health. What do we think? How are we finishing this? Do you think we could do it? I mean, it wouldn't hurt to hit it with another Flash Cannon. That's fair. It did hurt. It definitely hurt. Not it wouldn't hurt. It totally hurt, Mr. Bartman. All right, are we going to finish this little poodle? Do we think? Yeah, we have the speed advantage here. We're doing Psychic. We're doing a little Hydro Pump, a little Swift. What do we think? The choice is yours, folks. The choice is yours. I don't know. It could be. It could be anything. Who do we got? What is our last battle? Or our last attack? Maybe it's not the last attack. Could be other. Furfrou might pull something here. I don't know. I feel like Barbie is... This is very surprising to me. I can't believe we are still at no knockouts on our side. All 3 Pokemon are still alive and well. So what's the attack here? Hydro Pump. Fair. It certainly hurts. Yes, that is true. He says Hydro Pump. I agree. What do we think? Anybody else rolling with Hydro Pump? Bingo. Yep, double it up. See you later. What do we think? It's going to take it out. I don't know, man. Does Barbie have what it takes? Does the water resistant plastic wash right off? Okay, chat is turning on the high pressure deep sea hoses. Mega Starman begins spinning at absolute maximum velocities, blah, 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 moving with effortless hypersonic speed. Hydro Pump, it gets hit. Massive wall of water slams dead on into Furfrou, even though Barbie's shimmering aura veil glows brightly. What? Cuts it down to 0. Get out of here. Holy cow. It is a stab, too. That's it, folks. That's what they're calling. Chat is calling. The Bikini Bottom Triumph wins it here. Barbie has nothing. Nothing to say. Okay, so this means what we're going to do, we're going to run it here to finish it up. So our bracket, to update it here, and this will go quick, so don't worry, we're going to finish off real quick here. All right, so we have the winners being, who won this? Spider-Man, right? Spider-Man won the first one. Okay. Spider-Man advances, bingo. And then Wolverine advances, boom. Jake Sully. And then SpongeBob. The ladies are out, unfortunately. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to sim this. I know for the sake of time it's gone a little bit slower. So let's simulate the full battle between Spider-Man and Wolverine. Here's a question. Who wins this? Who do you guys think? All right. This is where the chat comes in handy with a little bit of a poll. All right. Who wins between the following? All right. Spider-Man or our Wolverine? Who wins the battle? So we go Spider-Man, or do we think it's going to be Wolverine here? Who wins it? I'm going to add it up there. While that's going, I want you guys to vote, and we're going to get this ready. All right, so it'll zip through here. We got 3 sims to hit, and then you're going to know the fictional icon Pokemon Tournament Champion. Full battle here. All right. So who is going to win? What are your thoughts here? We'll zip through. All right. Who will win it? Again, Zangoose, Kabutops. Man, those are some strong teams. Some strong teams. Now keep in mind, Spider-Man also, you know, he's got a Mega Greninja. All right, let's see. So I'm going to just copy in here to make sure the teams are all set. And then we'll see. I'll check the poll here. It seems like Wolverine is the crowd favorite to win it. So we'll see what happens here. All right. So without further ado, let's finish this poll. It looks like Wolverine has too many heavy hitters not to win. That's true. We're going to see, though. There could be an upset. You never know. You just never know. Okay, let's run it. Poll is ended. The chat has said Wolverine without a doubt. All individuals have voted. So let's see. Simulate the full battle between Spider-Man and Wolverine. Survey says for the win here. Ultimate. Boom, boom. Welcome. Boom. Combatant scores. Okay. Roster pool selected Galvantula, Palossand, Mega Greninja, Bisharp, Galarian, Moltres, and Mega Lucario. Leads with Galvantula. Wolverine leads with Bisharp. Sucker Punch. Wow. Before Spider can react, draining its remaining health. Boom. Galvantula is knocked out. So Wolverine takes a 1-0 lead. Spider-Man sends out Palossand. Ghost and Ground. Okay. Hitting Steel type. So Earth Power with Palossand. Super effective damage. Bisharp gets knocked out. So it is 1-1. Dark Wings ascend. Palossand gets hit. Bingo. Fiery Wrath. Even though the special defense, the Shadow Ball cuts through, it doesn't work. But then the Ninja comes out. Spider-Man is down to his final choice. Greninja goes out. Mega Greninja hits with the Water Shuriken. Priority move strikes Galarian Moltres multiple times, wearing it down. Moltres fires back with massive Air Slash, dropping it to 45%. Mega Greninja outpaces the Dark Bird. And then Galarian Moltres is knocked out. So we're each onto our ace here. The final call, Mega Lucario versus Mega Greninja. The Wall of Water crashes directly over Mega Lucario, sweeping the Aura Pokemon off his feet and draining his health to absolute zero before it can even sweep him. What? Are you kidding me? Spider-Man wins it, folks. Okay, so the speed affects it. Lucario's speed drops by 1 because of the sticky web. Oh, man, that was set up previously. Oh, get out of here. Folks, it is Spider-Man somehow takes it. Wolverine chooses those 3, and Spider-Man somehow takes this. I don't know how we feel about this. Spider-Man wins. Holy cow. That's wild. Okay, that's wild. So what we're going to do here is make sure that's updated. I would have never guessed that. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so Spider-Man is somehow in the finals. The audacity. I agree, man. Holy cow. Goodness gracious. Okay, so then for our next final here, Spidey taxes. Man, he's got them Spidey senses. I'm just saying. Okay, Now simulate SpongeBob versus... Now Jake Sully. Now who do we think here, folks? This is a different one. Jake Sully versus SpongeBob. Now this would be, for the average bear, this would be a pretty easy decision. But I don't know. SpongeBob has been on a tear. That Mad Cargo. So are we going with SpongeBob to win this? Or are we going Jake Sully to get into the final, to punch the ticket into the final battle here for the championship against Spider-Man? Who wins this? Jake Sully or SpongeBob? That is the question. So remember, Jake Sully has Mega Aerodactyl, Mudsdale. It's anybody's game. Mudsdale, sorry. Decidueye, Vikavolt, Rotom. Goodness gracious. But also SpongeBob, he's got that Mega Starmie, that speed. As Mr. St. Walker has said as well, he has got that Flash Dance. So you don't want to mess around with the Flash Dance. That's all I'm saying. All right. What are we thinking? Oh, it's anybody's. There's a little bit of a toss-up here. As much as I want Doodle Bob to win, I think that Xerneas might sweep his team. Yeah, you're not wrong. We'll see. All right, let's end this poll to see what we got. The Jake Sully takes a 2/3 vote here. Holy cow. All right, let's finish this off. Boom, simulate. Who wins, SpongeBob versus Jake Sully? I don't know, man. It could go either way. Let's see. Survey says we're getting a little... Man, I don't know. There was a vote, though. SpongeBob has a true believer out there. It is Pandora versus Bikini Bottom. All right. What's the narrative? Jake Sully goes... Wow, Jake Sully leads with Mega Aerodactyl. Goodness gracious. Oops. Where'd it go here? We just glitched through. Mega Aerodactyl versus Mega Starmie right off the bat. Hydro Pump hits with super effective. Are you kidding me? Mega Aerodactyl is knocked out. SpongeBob takes an immediate 1-0 lead. Jake Sully grimaces, sends out Vikavolt, exploits Starmie's water type. Mega Starmie gets knocked out with a Thunderbolt. All right, then the Poison Tank. So Tentacruel is sent out by SpongeBob. Vikavolt is knocked out. Holy cow. With a Sludge Bomb. So 35% remaining. The X Factor Jake Sully sends out the Xerneas. Yo, St. Walker called it. Xerneas is out there. Geomance, Sludge Bomb, straight up the Fairy Legend, melting health bar down to 62%. The Energy Detonation, turn 5, hits Xerneas, pent up cosmic energy finally explodes, stadium floor. Tentacruel fires another Sludge Bomb. Tentacruel is knocked out with a Moon Blast, with the pumped up stats. And then it's Magcargo against Xerneas. But because of, get out of here. Xerneas holds the absolute speed advantage, uses Psychic, bypasses Physical Shell entirely, and hits. So Jake Sully brings it home. Jake Sully wins that one with the Xerneas. That St. Walker called that one right off the bat. Good night. Wow. Okay, so this brings us into our final here, folks. Xerneas is insane. This is a absolute steroid filled. Who's ever drinking that water is ready to roll. Okay, so the final one here, chat. I want you guys to vote. I want you to guess who is the champion. Who is the champion here? Is it going to be Spider-Man? Or is it going to be Jake Sully? This is the absolute final between our fictional icons here. Who is bringing it home? Who is going to win this? I have no idea. It could go. Remember the combatants here. So we got the Mega Aerodactyl squad finishing up with our Xerneas. But we also have the Mega Greninja has been an unstoppable force. I think Sully is going to win overall, it says here. Can't say I'm surprised. Yeah, who knows? It's 50-50 right now in the chat. Let me know who wins in this poll. This could be anybody's game. All right, so what I'm going to do, get it all ready just to make sure the scene is set. And these are the two combatants ready to go. Oops. It could happen, folks. I don't know. It's still 50-50. The chat is undecided. Let's sim the final battle. Jake Sully versus Spider-Man. And then we'll pop through the roster just to make sure. Plot twist, Mudsdale sweeps with that little high horsepower. St. Walker. It depends. Mr. L. Bartman says, whatever that Xerneas does, that's what it's going to do. All right. Are you guys ready for this? This is the final. Folks, if you're still chipping along here in that video on demand afterwards, this is the final battle here. And we are going to reveal who is, in fact, the fictional champion of them all. Who is bringing back the absolute gold trophy here. This is at PdP Community, the absolute apex of the tournament. The roaring skies of Pandora clash against the high-flying, web-slinging streets of New York. Jake Sully and Spider-Man have fought through brackets, and only one hero can hoist the championship trophy. This is a full 3v3 blind pick championship. We talked about it. Here's the roster. Jake Sully runs with Mudsdale. You called it. Mudsdale, Vikavolt, and Xerneas. Where Spider-Man goes with Marshadow, Mega Greninja, and Galvantula. What? Alright, Spider-Man with Galvantula and Mudsdale. Oof, this is a tough one. We have a little bit of Sticky Web, some Stealth Rock. Goes down to 55, a little bit of Energy Ball. I knew that Energy Ball was a possibility. Mudsdale, ground type for super effective, dropping to 55%, but its stamina ability triggers, boosting its physical defense. Hits it with a high horsepower. We talked about that. Galvantula is knocked out. Jake Sully takes the lead 1-0. But Spider-Man sends the mythical ace, Marshadow. It enters the field. Alright, it takes minor entry damage with Stealth Rock, that's fine. Spectral Thief is what it shoots with. And Mudsdale gets knocked out. It is 1-1. Jake Sully unleashes his legendary powerhouse Xerneas. Here we go. Another Xerneas. The moment Xerneas' hooves touch the stadium floor, it gets tangled in Galvantula's sticky webs, so the speed is lowered by 1. But it goes with the Geomancy. Marshadow seizes the opening, striking with a vicious, super effective Steel-type Iron Head. Physical blow rattles the energy, the legendary Stag, down to 48 HP. This is one hit. 48 HP. Xerneas' pent-up cosmic energy detonates in blinding radiant explosiveness. So it gets bulked up. Marshadow then gets knocked out with the Moon Blast. The powered up Moon Blast. Goodness. It is, man, I'm telling you. This is that Greninja. Spider-Man is down to an absolute final hope Greninja. As it lands, damage from Stealth Rock dropping to 88. Instantly Massive Vortex goes into Mega Greninja. Holds a speed advantage. Water Shuriken. Xerneas gets knocked out. It is Mega Greninja versus his last team member, Vikavolt. Oh my goodness. Do you think Vikavolt has what it takes to take down a Mega Greninja? Mega Greninja moves first, channeling Dark Energy, Dark Pulse. But Vikavolt does not flinch, down to 12 HP. Sully roars his command. Vikavolt's pincers, Thunderbolt right through the Water Vortex. 2 times. Jake Sully with the Vikavolt and the Thunderbolt. Pandora, the Turok Mach 2, wins it all, folks. With the Thunderbolt with a 2x super effective attack on Mega Greninja. We'll see you later. That is it, folks. That is the simulation we used. A little bit of Gemini here, a little bit of special sauce. And that is it, folks. I don't know how we feel about that. But it is, after all, Jake Sully with the win here. I see you. I see you, Sky people. Look at this. If he were a Pokemon trainer, he would have beaten them all, folks. He would have beaten them all. So I don't know how we feel about that. But it was a Jake Sully. Eventually edged it out at the end there with the win. And 60% of you did, in fact, vote for Jake Sully. There were 5 votes, and the absolute winner was Jake Sully. Pandora's absolute prince here. So, folks, that is it. I'm waiting to see what the chat has here, because I'm actually that was surprising. I thought Vikavolt was going to get smoked by Mega Greninja, because that's quite the matchup. But yeah, the type advantage. Anyway, folks, that's fantastic. Thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. This is our fictional icon Pokemon tournament. You guys have seen it, and it was, in fact, I think you guys took 4-0 against AI. You guys have bested Gemini all 4 times. Fantastic. That was fun. Thank you. I appreciate that. A lot of time goes into that, and I appreciate you guys hanging out with me on Thursday evening. It was a long one tonight, but I hope it was worth the grind. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. Thank you so much for hanging out. I will make a separate video coming out with the announcement about some free Spider-Man. Not Far From Home. Spider-Man Brand New Day tickets. If you are in the Ottawa area, I would love, if you're one of my subscribers, RIP Spider-Man. Definitely enjoyed this tournament style a lot. Thank you, Mr. Bartman. If you're in the Ottawa area and would like to go see the Spider-Man movie with PdP, with some complimentary tickets on the house, I'm going to send out a video here soon. You guys have heard it first, so you will be ready with those notification bell on. So when I post that video announcing the details regarding the Spider-Man movie, you'll be ready to go. Sign them up. First come, first serve. If you are in the Ottawa area, we will go and see that together for my subscribers and my followers. And folks, again, Jake Sully, Turok Mach 2 here. Mach 2 was the winner of that tournament, but you guys are the winners of the night. I hope you enjoyed it and you guys blessed me in this Thursday office hours long live stream. Thank you for joining. And it will be, until next time, my friends, that will be from the studio, another full send. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you